Hello and welcome to this video. Want to know the best players for your Sorare collection for the latest team to be launched on the platform? Then stay tuned and I'll be giving you the lowdown on who's hot in the Rosario Central team, plus all the lowdown on the club. Before we get into it, if you're new to the channel or a returning viewer, then welcome. If you like this video, then please do just that by tapping the like button below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell to receive updates. If you haven't signed up to Sorare yet, then what are you waiting for? Get signed up using the link below to get a free rare card and 10 common cards. Right, now that's out of the way, on to today's content. So Rosario Central are the latest team added to the Sorare family, and I've been assessing all their first team players. First, let's learn a little bit about the Argentinian club. Rosario Central are based in Rosario and plays in the Argentinian Premier League. The club was officially founded on December the 24th, 1889 by a group of railway workers, taking its name from the English-owned Central Argentine Railway Company. One of the oldest Argentine teams, it is considered a pioneer in its hometown and the only one of the current Rosarian teams to have won an international title, which they won in 1995. So let's get on to the best players for Sorare then. I'll highlight the best players right here. These are the players with the stats and quality to get all those all-important high scores on a regular basis. I'll be highlighting players in each position in order, starting from the back. So let's get stuck into the first selection. First up, we have got Joaquin Laso, 30-year-old defender, plays more of a centre-back role for Rosario. And if we just look at his stats in the recent competition that's currently being played, which is the Copa de la Professional, he's had 13 starts, so he's a regular starter, played 90 minutes in those games as well. And what I do like about this guy is some of the stats per 90 minutes. So, like this game here, as you can see, he's got a high number of passes there, and also he's also got a high number of clearances as well, as you can see in this game before. So he's got fantastic passing numbers there, and accuracy is also fantastic as well. So it does look a decent option. He is 30, but if you're after a defender in the Rosario Central team, then Joaquin Laso is probably the best option there. Looking at his scores in the last 5, it's actually 61 average and 50 in the last 15. Looking at his scores, he has got some decent scores, as you can see here, and also some decent recent scores as well. So it does look a very good option, and it does look the best option in terms of the defence for Rosario Central. Okay, next up we've got Rodrigo Villagra. He's a midfielder. He's only 20. It's more of a youth prospect, this one. But the stats when he does play 90 minutes look very, very impressive. He has actually started 12 games this season and he's assisted 1 goal as well. But his tackles per game and interception per game do look impressive here, 1.8 and 1.3. If I look at some of the games where he's had regular minutes, if we just have a look at those, as you can see, he's got a high passing numbers here. And what I do like about him is pass accuracy. It's always quite high in the 80s or 90s, which is also something to look out for the accuracy bonus there. So he does look like a very viable option. He also comes with some key passes as well. He's more of a defensive player, that's why you're not seeing as many shots here. But he does see a lot of the ball, and that is going to amount to some decent scores. Now, scores wise, like I say, is more of a youth prospect. He is only getting lower scores now, but once he becomes more of a mainstay in the team, I think he's going to get better. And as you can see, more recently, he is getting some better scores there. He's also a real world talent as well. Like I say, he's only 20, but he is rated 3.5 star potential ability, which is very good for an Argentinian player in the Argentinian league. This is on the Football Manager database. Now, Football Manager do actually go out and scout players with actual scouts now, and some football clubs do actually use some of their scouting, potentially assess some potential signings. So he has got 3.5 rating, so it does look like a really good talent there as well. So next up then, we have Luciano Ferreyra, who is another very good potential youth prospect, okay? So this season, in the Copa del Professional, he started 5 of the games, appeared 7 times, and he's averaging 69 minutes per game. So he is starting to get some game time there. But what I do like about him is his actual stats when he does play regular minutes. As you can see, he's having a high number of key passes, crosses, and he's also getting plenty of shots as well at goal, which is very good. He also does a number of dribbles as well, as you'd expect for an Argentinian player. So it does look very good stats-wise from the games where he does play quite a lot of minutes. I would like to see a bit more passing numbers for him as well, but he probably can make up for it for the amount of shots he has, which is ultimately going to lead to goals. He's only 19 as well, we have to remember that. But like Villagra is also a real world youth talent. He's got 3.5 star rating as well, potential rating. For a 19-year-old playing the Argentinian Premier League, that is very, very good rating there. So scores-wise, his scores do look good. Again, for a 19-year-old, like I say, he's not playing 90 minutes regularly just yet, but he is getting game time, so I expect that to increase. And as you can see, when he does play the 90 minutes, he is getting some very good scores there. So it looks like a very, very promising youth prospect. So next up then, we have another midfielder, that's Emiliano Vecchio. A bit more of the older player, but he does look a quality option there. He started 11 games in the current campaign, 1 goal and 2 assists. If we look at some of his stats per 90 minutes, so get rid of that one. If we look at some of his stats, it looks really, really impressive here. So what I like is the high number of passes. Accuracy is also impressive. He's also got a high number of key passes, crosses, long balls. He's pretty much got everything that you'd look for really in a player. He's also showing good shot goal threat as well. Also doing a number of dribbles. He's winning ground duels, aerial duels. Does look very, very good player. So really good option there. Stats look fantastic, and he is having a brilliant season by the looks of things as well for Rosario, as you can see by these SofaScore ratings. It's also on corners as well for Rosario, which is going to help his assist count as well, of course. So let's have a look at some of his scores on Sorare. So in the last 5 he scored 64 average, and the last 15 53. So he's got a lot of high numbers, especially here. Look, fantastic. Really looks impressive there. Some middle ground scores here, but generally you're going to be getting some very good scores from this guy. He's 32, so a little bit older than the past couple of midfielders I've just highlighted there, but he is a very, very viable option. And at this price here, which is the last month average, does look cheap for a midfielder. Okay, so last player we've got is a forward, so Marco Rubin. So let's have a look at his stats for this season. He started 8 games, scored 3 goals, which is good. But he is showing a lot of shots per game, 2.2 shots per game. So he is showing a lot of goal threat there. He is 34 though, something to bear in mind. But like I say, his goal threat looks very good. So that's ultimately going to lead to goals. Let's have a look at his stats. So in the last 5 he scored 50, and the last 15 he scored 47. So he has got some good scores here, as you can see. Look, this is potentially where he's going to score. So he's going to be relying on goals to get him a higher score though, because he doesn't really see that much of the ball, doesn't do that much really, other than score goals, of course, which is his main job as the out-and-out striker for Rosario. But he is a starter, like I say, he's 34, something to bear in mind. But it could be a cheap option, a rotation option in your Sorare collection if you're after a forward in the Rosario Central team. Rubin probably is the best option there. So as you can see, there's plenty of options to consider there. A couple of good youth prospects, which I especially like. Yeah, so get them added to your shortlist if you do like any of these players, and try and snap them up on the next auction. If you have any questions and thoughts about this video, then drop them below. Also, if there's any other videos you'd like to see, let me know as well. If you enjoyed this video, tap that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Push that notification bell to be the first to be informed about any new videos. There's also a link in the description to Sorare if you want to get signed up today and access those all important free cards. That's all for today then. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.